This conference will now be recorded.
بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم. علی اللہ مدد فرما، الواحد القہار. علی اللہ مدد فرما. مشکل آسان یا علی، مدد رسان یا علی. 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 یا علی تو رحم کر، یا مولا تو فضل کر. یا علی تو رحم کر، یا مولا تو فضل کر. یا علی تو رحم کر، یا مولا تو فضل کر. یا علی تو رحم کر، یا مولا تو فضل کر. یا علی تو رحم کر، یا مولا تو فضل کر. یا علی تو رحم کر، یا مولا تو فضل کر. یا علی تو رحم کر، یا مولا تو فضل کر. یا علی تو या मौला तू फजल कर, या अली तू रहम कर, या मौला तू फजल कर, या अली तू रहम कर, या मौला तू फजल कर, या अली तू रहम कर, या मौला तू फजल कर। शुक्रन लिल्लाह वल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, शुक्रन लिल्लाह वल्हम्दुलिल्लाह। या अली मदद सर, या अली मदद ऑल फ्रेंड्स।
याली मदद, याली मदद, माशाअल्लाह, बहुत खूब, बहुत खूब. Subhanallah, Subhanallah. May Mola accept all your prayers and may Mola help Madad be with us so we can continue on our ilmi journey. आमीन या रब्बल आलमीन. बहुत नवाजिश. तमाम साथियों को या अली मदद. Thank you for joining us this morning and this evening if you are in other part of the world. All of those friends who will listen to this session in the recording form, welcome and thank you for joining us. As promised, we will start on our dua understanding and its meaning. As you can see, it's going to be done in several parts as it cannot be done possibly in 45 minutes. We are still on the same journey and understanding, and that is no amal without ilm. We cannot do anything until and unless we understand it first. And that is where our subject will start today. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. May Mola help us with His nur, His blessing, His Khanavadan. May His hand be on our shoulder and may He bless us with His Nurani Taheed. Tawfiq, Taheed, Himmat wa Yari Mola. Tawfiq, Taheed, Himmat wa Yari. Dua, understanding and its meaning. I would like to ask, and I have in the past, most people, when we say dua meaning, they say we already know dua meaning. And then if you would ask, please do tell me the meaning of the dua. They will start with the translation of the dua. When we say meaning the batin, the tawil, the inner understanding of the dua. In English language, translation is the translation of the words Meaning understanding of the word. Just because of this misunderstanding or ill concept in our mind, that the translation of the dua is actually the meaning of the dua, that is not correct. जब हम कहते हैं दुआ के समझ और दुआ के मानी, तो अक्सर लोग कहेंगे और कहते हैं कि हमें तो दुआ के मानी आते हैं। अच्छा भाई, मुझे समझाओ दुआ के मानी। तो वो दुआ के तर्जमे को लेकर पढ़ने लगते हैं। बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम, अल्लाह के नाम से। भाई ये तो तर्जमा है, मैं मीनिंग पूछ रहा हूं, मैं उसकी समझ पूछ रहा हूं। ये गलती हमने बहुत ज्यादा जबान को ना समझने की वजह से, या हमको किसी ने इस बात को नहीं समझाया कि दुआ के मीनिंग के मायने होते हैं उसका बातीन, उसका असल, उसकी तावील और उसकी समझ। तर्जमा जो है वो अल्फाजों के तर्जमे होते हैं, और इन दोनों में जमीन और आसमान का फर्क है। Due to the lack of understanding or not understanding the language that Imam has used, Imam did not say to learn the translation of the dua, which can be okay and good for you, but the farman is for us to learn the batin, the meaning, the tawil, the inner understanding of the dua. And throughout this dua understanding and meaning session, you will learn the true meaning of the dua, not translation. There may be some time I will show you the translation, and if you trust me, I can show you there are and there can be incorrect or not fully complete translation, and I can show you that. As always, it's up to you with your free will to accept or not to accept. Same thing goes for the meaning, the batin of it. I can only tell you, if you do learn, understand, as per Imam's Farman, not because I said it. What I say does not matter. As per Imam's Farman, if you believe in Imam's Farman, and if you believe in the words or in the Farman, then if you learn the meaning, the understanding of the dua, then you will benefit a great deal. Your viewpoint, your way of reciting and offering your dua will change completely. Let me start with Maulana Hazir Imam Salawatullah Alayhi's Farman, which is printed in your dua book on page number 1. I have taken this from your dua book on page number 1. Pune, February 22nd, 1969. Please recite the Holy Salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. I would like each and every spiritual child not only to know the dua by heart, but to understand, understand, understand the meaning, meaning of the dua. It is fundamental for you and for your children and for the future of our Jamaat that each and every one of you, particularly the younger member of the Jamaat, should understand the meaning of the dua. मौला ने फरमाया कि मैं चाहता हूं कि तुम हर एक, तुम में से सब के सब ना सिर्फ दुआ को जबानी याद करें बल्कि उसके मानी को भी जाने, मानी को भी जाने, तर्जमे को नहीं, मानी को भी जाने। और ये हमारे मजहब का पाया है, आपके लिए, आपके बच्चों के लिए और हमारी आने वाली औलादों के लिए, और खास करके हमारी जमात में जो यंग बच्चे हैं वो इस दुआ के मानी को जाने। Here I would like to point out few things to my friends. This Farman was 1969 when you and I and just about everyone on this line were very, very young. Very, very young. This Farman was meant for you and me because Imam could see what is coming in the future. And because we did not A. listen to this Farman, B. understood this Farman, C. did not follow this Farman, you will find today's Jamaat lost, lost because they have no understanding of our tariqah, of our religion, of the core principle of Imam as Ali Allah. All of this is due to one mistake. We did not follow this Farman. We did not follow this Farman. One mistake. And you can see today our older, our young ones, and our children. They are all asking, why do we pray? Why do we say dua? Why this and why that? Why do we call Mola Bapa Ali Allah. Why do we prostrate to the Imam of the time? All of this, Imam was foreseeing it. Imam saw this. And let me read this line again. It is fundamental for you, your children, and your future of our Jamaat. And we are in that future. Imam is speaking of in this Farman. How many years is this? Almost 50 years. 50 years. We are that generation Imam was speaking about. And our children, Imam was warning us about. That if you do not know the meaning of the dua, you will be lost. Again, I'm saying, don't take my word for it. Let's listen to Imam's Farman. Imam Aka Sultan Muhammad Shah Salvatullah Alaihi, about 40 years before this Farman, gave us a Farman almost exactly just like that. इमाम ने हमको ये फरमान 50 साल पहले दिया जब हम बच्चे थे. हमने इस फरमान को नहीं माना, नहीं सुना, नहीं समझा, उस पर अमल नहीं किया. उसकी वजह से आज हमारी जमात गुम हो गई है. क्यों हम दुआ पढ़ते हैं? क्यों हम जमात करने जाते हैं? क्यों इमाम जमान को सजदा करते हैं? ये सारे सवालात इसलिए हमारे सामने और हमें तंग करते हैं क्योंकि हमने एक गलती की और वो ये थी कि इस फरमान को हमने नहीं माना. हमारी गलती है, हमको एक्सेप्ट करनी चाहिए. हमने नहीं माना इस फरमान को. अभी भी लोग आर्ग्यूमेंट करते हैं कि हम तर्जुमा सीखते हैं. अरे भाई, तर्जुमे की बात नहीं, माने की बात हो रही है. Because of this one mistake, our Jamaat is lost. And even after that, I'm sure end of this session, someone will argue with us that we know the translation of the dua. Oh, my brother, oh, my sister, Imam is not asking you to learn the translation. He's asking you to learn the batin, the meaning, the understanding of this dua. अगर आपको इंग्लिश समझ में नहीं आती है तो नाचीज ने आपको उर्दू में उसको समझाया कि मौला ने फरमाया दुआ की समझ मानी के साथ. और ये जरूरी है आपके लिए और आपके बच्चों के लिए. इमाम आका सुल्तान मोहम्मद शाह सलवातुल्लाह अलैहि, हमारी जान इस इमाम से फिदा हो, ज़ांज़ीबार जुलाई 13 1899 में फरमाते हैं, You eat shells of almonds, but you have never tasted the essence of the almonds. You need to taste the essence. Then you would know about your religion and you will have firmer belief and will attain happiness too. मौला फरमाते हैं, आप छिलके खाते हैं, कभी बादाम खाकर देखो तो तुम्हें बादाम का मजा पता चले. तुम दुआ पढ़ते हो, दुआ के मानी जानो तो तुम्हें अपने मजहब का पता चले और तुम्हारा ईमान मजबूत हो और तुम्हें खुशी नसीब हो. If you know the meaning of the dua, and when you recite the dua, I can guarantee you, you will feel happy because you have understood dua. And that is Imam's Farman. My guarantee, come after and behind the Imam's Farman. I'm speaking through this Farman. If you know the meaning of the dua, you will feel the happiness, guaranteed. Not because I'm saying it, because Imam is saying it. Second paragraph of this Farman. A Bhagat who teaches the meaning of Ginan, then what is the use? Those who have faith will accept, but those who have half hearted faith will not become believers by only sharing the meaning of the Ginan. If you will give them proof from other books and the Quran Sharif, then and then only they will believe it. If you will give them proof from other books and the Quran Sharif, then they will believe it. There is no doubt in it, but only the meaning of the Ginan will not impact them. Alhamdulillah, there are many amongst you who are mu'min, though they are lost. Why are they lost? They are lost because they have lost the logic from the Quran. मौला फरमाते हैं कि आप में से बहुत सारे ऐसे वाइजीन भगत हैं जो आपको गिनान के तर्जमे तो सिखाते हैं, दुआ के भी तर्जमे सिखाते हैं, मानी वो समझते हैं कि हम दे रहे हैं आपको, तो उससे क्या फायदा? गिनान के तर्जमे या दुआ के तर्जमे से क्या फायदा? जो आप में से अधूरे दिल वाले होंगे वो तो कभी भी नहीं समझेंगे, तो गिनान के मानी समझाने से क्या फायदा? अगर आपको सिखाना है, समझाना है, तो उसको दूसरी चीजों से जोड़ें। यानी कि फरमान को गिनान से जोड़ें, गिनान को दुआ से जोड़ें, दुआ को कुरान से जोड़ें। जब आप इन सबको उनके सामने पेश करेंगे तो उनके दिल में कोई भी शक और शुबा नहीं होगा, शक और शुबा नहीं होगा। मुला फरमाते हैं कि आप में से बहुत मोमिन है, लेकिन वो बेचारे लॉस्ट हो गए हैं। क्यों लॉस्ट हो गए हैं? उन्होंने एक गलती की, फरमान को नहीं समझा, फरमान को नहीं माना, फरमान पर अमल नहीं की। और फरमान क्या था? कुरान से उसको समझना, कुरान से इसको समझना। They are lost. Why? Only one reason that our Jamaat is lost. Because they did not listen to Imam's Farman. They did not understand Imam's Farman and they did not follow on Imam's Farman. Imam told us 50 years ago and before then another 40 years ago how to understand our tariqah. And that was to understand your farman, your ginan, your dua through Quran. Because Quran is the book from which Speed took and made Ginans. It is the Quran through which our dua is established. And it is the ilm and the wisdom of the Quran which Imam speaks. If you leave the Quran, how will you understand your dua? And how would you know the meaning of the dua? Throughout these sessions, we will follow Imam's Farman and we will present the meaning and the understanding of dua through Imam's Farman. Without the Imam Farman, we cannot do it. That is not possible. Only way we can do it if we believe and follow on Imam's Farman. Otherwise, we are lost and we will remain lost. You take these two Farman combinedly. Tell me why we have so much question today regarding our Jamaat Khana, our dua, the way we offer our dua, the way we give sajda, the way we call Imam Ali Allah. Why? One single reason. We did not follow the Imam's Farman. One single reason. Would you accept that? I accept my mistake because until I accept, how will I learn? As long as you stay in your old ill concept, like I said, at the end of this session, somebody will say, well, I know my translation. They will never be able to learn and understand the dua because meaning is different than translation. All right. A hadith sharif, as the Quran has many interpretation. There is a zahir and there is a batin. Just like that, if the dua is from the Quran, that means dua has many zahir and many batin. Only way you can uncover, discover, unveil, and open the batin of the dua is to understand the meaning of the dua. Hadith Sharif, indeed, Quran has apparent, zahir, and hidden, batin aspect. And the hidden also has hidden, up to 7 hidden aspect, batin. Just like that, dua has its zahir, apparent, ayat and surahs and words and duas. And it has its meaning, batin. And batin has another batin, 7 bawatin. जिस तरह से कुरान का एक जाहिर है और एक बातीन है, इसी तरह से दुआ चूंकि कुरान से आई है, दुआ का एक जाहिर है जो हम पढ़ते हैं और उसका एक बातीन है जो इसको हमें सीखना और समझना है। और उस बातीन के और बातीन है, यानी कि 7 और बवातीन है, यानी कि हमको उसके बातीन, बातीन और बातीन के अंदर उतरना है। Before we go into actual dua, it is important for us to know why we need to know the meaning of the dua. I have English and Urdu, both translation of the Farman from the front of the dua book. Mullah says, दुआ के मानी की समझ हम चाहते हैं कि हमारा हर वानी बच्चा ना सिर्फ दुआ को जबानी ही याद करे बल्कि दुआ के मानी भी समझे. मानी तर्जुमा नहीं, मानी. ये आपके लिए और आपके बच्चों के लिए और हमारी जमात के मुस्तकबिल के लिए बुनियादी चीज है कि आप में से हर एक, एवरीवन, खास तौर पर जमात के छोटे मेंबरान को दुआ के मानी समझने चाहिए. लिसन टू दिस फरमान आफ्टर दैट. हम नहीं चाहते, हम नहीं चाहते कि दुआ के मानी जाने बगैर आप दुआ पढ़ें. हम नहीं चाहते कि दुआ के मानी जाने बगैर आप दुआ पढ़ें. ये जरूरी है कि हमारे छोटे बच्चों को दुआ के मानी जानने चाहिए और हम चाहते हैं कि आप मुस्तकबिल में माजी मजहबी स्कूलों में छोटे लड़के और लड़कियों को दुआ के मानी सिखाने के लिए एक खास कोशिश करें. जैसा मैंने पहले से अर्ज की कि हम कोई भी काम नहीं करेंगे जो इमाम के फरमान में ना हो. आज की हमारी ये कोशिश इमाम के फरमान के मुताबिक है. हम वो छोटे बच्चे हैं जिसको मौला ने 1968-69 में ये फरमान फरमाए थे. आज अगर हम दुआ के मानी को जाने बगैर दुआ पढ़ते हैं तो वो सवाब का काम है कि गुनाह का काम है. चैलेंज करता हूं मैं आपको, सुने, मेरी बात को सुने, इमाम के फरमान के को सुने. हम नहीं चाहते कि दुआ के मानी जाने बगैर आप दुआ पढ़ें. अगर आप दुआ के मानी नहीं जानते हैं तो आप दुआ ना पढ़ें. ये इमाम का फरमान है, मैं नहीं कहता हूं, इमाम फरमाते हैं. माफी. This Farman is in front of your dua book. Understanding the meaning of dua. I would like each and every spiritual child not only to know the dua by heart, but to understand the meaning of the dua. It is fundamental for you, for your children, and for the future of our Jamaat that each and every one of you, particularly the younger members of the Jamaat, should understand the meaning of the dua. Further, second Farman, I do not want you to recite the dua without knowing what is the meaning of the dua. I do not want you to recite the dua without knowing what is the meaning of the dua. It is essential that our young children should know what is the meaning of the dua. Meaning of the dua. And I would like you to make a special effort in the future to teach the young boy and the young girls in the religious school the meaning of the dua. As I said earlier, I would not do anything which is outside the Imam's farman. What we are doing today, teaching the meaning of the dua, is according to this farman of the Imam Zaman. I would like you to pay attention to this first line of the dua, and you already understood the first farman above. I do not want you to, Imam says, I do not want you to recite the dua without knowing what is the meaning of the dua. If you are reciting the dua today without knowing the meaning of the dua, is that an act of righteousness, or are you doing something against the Imam's farman? Ask yourself. I'd like to challenge you. Imam says, don't recite the dua if you don't know the meaning of the dua. I don't want you to recite the dua if you don't know the meaning of the dua. Why are we reciting the dua if you don't know the meaning of the dua? Why would a spiritual child of the Imam Zaman would do something which is against the Imam's farman? Why would anybody would do that? A spiritual child follow on the farman of the Imam. Otherwise, how can we call ourselves the spiritual children of the Imam Zaman? How would we say that? There is one other farman I will mention now, and I will show you in our future classes. 1945, about 20 years before this farman, 20 years before this farman, 1945, in the time of Imam Aka Sultan Muhammad Shah Salawatullah alayhi, may our soul be sacrificed to the Imam, have given a similar farman when to not recite the dua. 1945, Dar es Salaam, 17th August. Imam said, if you do not believe, or if you could not say Ali Allah, do not recite dua. Do not recite dua. Mullah Baba saying here, if you don't know the meaning of the dua, do not recite dua. Let's put these two farman together. If you don't believe your Imam is Ali Allah, and if you do not know the meaning of the dua, then do not recite the dua. Farman is the key, fundamental, core of our tariqah. Without knowing, understanding the farman, even when we think we are doing righteous deed, we may not be doing so right. So be careful. Look at the farman. If you don't have this farman, go to your farman book, go to your dua book, and before you recite your dua, understand the farman. See what Mola Baba wants from you. If you don't understand, ask question. There's not a problem. Asking question is not a problem. First question that would come at the end of this session, I would like to go ahead and answer your question. Every time we do these sessions, Very first question comes, why our dua is three times, twice in the morning and evening? Three dua. Why? That's the first question comes. It is in line with the farman of the Imam of the time, and Imam's farman are in line, synced with the farman, the Amr of the Holy Quran. Just remember that always. All the farman of the Imam are in line and in sync with the Amr of the Holy Quran. If you ever have a doubt, seek guidance from the Quran and you will find the answer. Three times dua is the Amr in the Holy Quran, Surah 11, ayat number 114. Where will you find this ayat? In your dua book on page number 2. It is on in your dua on page number 2. Okay? Three times dua. Imam says recite three times dua. According with the Amr, the ayat, the Farman of the Holy Quran. And establish prayer at the two ends of the day. Two ends of the day. One, approaching of the night, as just by the time of sunset. Indeed, good deeds do away with misdeed. That is the reminder of those who remember. उर्दू में इसका तर्जुमा, दुआ कायम करें दिन के दो हिस्सों में, सुबह को और शाम को, जब सूरज डूबने वाला हो और जब सूरज डूब जाए। सुबह को सूरज निकलते हुए, शाम को सूरज डूबते हुए और जब सूरज डूब जाए। तीन टाइम दुआ पढ़ना, सुबह को, शाम को और रात को। दुआ आपकी बुराइयों को आपसे दूर कर देगा और खुदा की याद में, खुदा की याद में बहुत बड़ा फायदा है उनके लिए जो खुदा को याद करते हैं। Establish your prayer at the two ends of the day, at the beginning and the end, at the time of sunset and after the sunset, and the beginning at the time of sunrise. That is the Farman in the Holy Quran, Surah 11, ayat 114. And you will find this ayat in your dua book, page number 2. Along with this ayat, it reminds you of two things. One, the dua will remove your ill deeds away from you. It will purify you. Dua will purify you. Second, you remember him always, and that is the reminder to you who remembers. You remember him always. First, I would like to remind you of Imam's Golden Jubilee Farman. Remember Allah, remember Muhammad, remember Ali. Whenever you have a second, You have 5 seconds. You have a minute or you have 5 minutes. Call upon your tasbih. Remember Allah. Remember Muhammad. Remember Ali. And remember the names of the Imams. You remember that Farman, right? From Golden Jubilee. Here is the ayat of that Farman. The Farman, this is the ayat for it. As I wanted to show you, all Imam's Farman are in line and sync with Quranic ayat. Talking about the Mu'mineen, Zakirin. Mu'mineen, Zakirin. Those who remember. They are those who remember Allah while standing, sitting, and lying on their side. Ginan. उठता बैठता राह चलनता साहिब जी नु नाम लीजिए. Imam Furman, remember him. Always remember him. Quranic reference, Surah 3, ayat number 191. They are those who remember Allah while standing, खड़े खड़े, while sitting, जब वो बैठे हुए हैं, and lying on their side, जब वो सोए हुए हैं, वो खुदा को याद करते हैं. And they reflect on the creation of the heaven and the earth. और वो तवज्जो देते हैं खुदा की खलकत के ऊपर. And pray, और दुआ करते हैं, दुआ करते हैं. Our Lord, you have not created anything without purpose. और दुआ करते हैं और कहते हैं कि या मौला, तूने कोई भी चीज हमको बेकार में नहीं दी है. तूने किसी भी चीज को बेकार में पैदा नहीं किया है. ग्लोरी बी टू यू. या मौला, सुभान अल्लाह, सब तारीफ तेरी है. परफेक्ट us from the protect us from the torment of the fire of the ignorancy. या मौला, सब तारीफ तेरी है, तू हमें जहालत की आग से बचा ले. In other words, give us ilm, understanding, and the tawil of the things. Protect us from the torment of the ignorancy, the fire of the ignorancy. या मौला, तू हमें बचा ले जहालत की आग से और हमें समझा दे तेरे फरमानों को. हमें समझा दे दुआ की मानों को, ताकि हम इस जहालत से निकल जाएं जिसमें आज हम गिरे हुए हैं. Let me stop here. This is the preset of our series of dua meaning. I hope this will help you to know why we must learn the meaning of the dua. Ji.
Yes, sir. Subhanallah, sir. Subhanallah. Friends, please share your questions in the chat, or you can use the hand raise feature to ask questions. All right, so we don't have any question in the chat at this time. Friends, you can use the hand raise feature to ask questions. Or you can unmute your device to ask questions.
Ji, I see a couple of hand raised. Do you guys have a question?
Yes, Shanas, please go ahead. All right. All right. Next is Feria. Please go ahead, Feria.
जी याली मदद सर
Ya Ali Madad.
Sir, sir, this is amazing ke how you connected the very important Farman in our Dua book with all this Ginanic reference and Quranic reference. We never thought about it this way. कि ये फरमान जो दुआ बुक के फर्स्ट पेज में लिखा गया है, what is the importance of this फरमान? Why this फरमान was there in the beginning of the dua book? So like it's so amazing that, and thank you very much for bringing this connection to us. And now we will learn the actual essence, the meaning, the importance, the understanding with you from the next series. So
Inshallah.
now it will make so much sense to us, and we will be enjoying and we will be like learning together. So thank you, sir.
I do not want anyone to think that they should learn the meaning of the dua because I said so. I want you to learn the dua meaning because there's a farman of the Imam Zaman, and it was important to preset our mind to this farman. Thank you so much, Ferial. Ji, Shanaz, go ahead.
Yeah, Shanaz, are you still there? All right, sir. I'm not sure what's wrong. Okay, next we have Salima. Salima, please go ahead.
Shanaz is saying I
Uh,
cannot unmute, and probably Salima cannot
yeah,
unmute either.
Salima, yeah. Okay. All right, sir. We can. Okay, we have a question from in the chat, sir. Which Quranic ayah talks about the three prayers rather than our Sunni and other Shia tariqas offer five namaz?
1114 talks about the 3 times dua. If you would like to open your dua book, you will find that on page 2 or in Quran, Surah 11, ayat number 114. Ji.
सर मेरा सवाल था कि ये सुना था कि बिस्मिल्लाह का अर्थ नुक्ते में वो वाला सर समझाएंगे तो वही एक मीनिंग होता है जो आप बोल रहे हैं कि कुरान शरीफ का अर्थ बिस्मिल्लाह में बिस्मिल्लाह का अर्थ
वो
सर
आगे की क्लासेस के अंदर आ रहा है।
ओके सॉरी
हम
सॉरी
हम
सॉरी
हम दुआ
तो
के जो मानी सीखेंगे ना,
हाँ
उसमें
हाँ
ये
हाँ
सब कुछ सीखेंगे।
हम्म। तो आपने जो समझाया कि ये ट्रांसलेशन है तो मीनिंग आपने बोला राइट कि वो दुआ पढ़नी चाहिए
मीनिंग के साथ, ट्रांसलेशन के
मीनिंग
साथ
के
नहीं।
साथ नहीं
जिस तरह
हाँ
से
मीनिंग
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम अल्लाह के नाम से, ये तो ट्रांसलेशन हो गया ना।
हाँ राइट राइट
पहले बिस्मिल्लाह के मीनिंग जानने चाहिए हमको, बिस्मिल्लाह की मीनिंग क्या है, ठीक है, और
ओके
उसको हम सीखेंगे।
ओके ओके थैंक यू सर
यू वेलकम।
All right, Shanaz, I send you unmute request. See if you can try it one more time. You can unmute it.
Yani Madad,
या अली मदद।
I am so grateful for you to explain this to us. It's so sad that we learned our dua when we were so young, at the age of 5 maybe. And we went to Aga Khan school and we were told to learn the translation. We were never taught the meaning of the dua. I'm so grateful that even at this age we've got the opportunity to learn from you. Mullah bless you in abundance.
इंशाल्लाह जब से जागे तब से सुबह।
True, that's true.
इंशाल्लाह।
Shukr, alhamdulillah.
इंशाल्लाह। शुक्र मौला।
All right, any friends, any question? Please unmute your device.
यानी मदद अच्छा मुझे
या
ये
अली
जानना
मदद।
था कि ये 5 टाइम का किधर जिक्र करने में आया है
सॉरी, क्या बोला, क्या पूछ रहे हैं आप?
ये 5 टाइम की जो नमाज ये लोग पढ़ रहे हैं, तो वो किस में जिक्र करने में आया है?
चूंकि वो 5 टाइम की नमाज पढ़ रहे थे, आपको उनको पूछना चाहिए ना। मैं तो 3 टाइम की दुआ पढ़ता हूँ, तो मैंने
नहीं,
आपको रेफरेंस दे दिया।
मेरा कहने का मतलब है कुरान शरीफ में तो जिक्र नहीं है ना इसका।
5 टाइम की नमाज का
जी।
बिल्कुल होना ही चाहिए, कैसा मुमकिन है कि नहीं हो।
हाँ,
लेकिन कहाँ है वो आपको उसको पूछना चाहिए ना।
अच्छा।
जो सवाल जहाँ है, जिस तरह
हाँ।
अगर आपको दूध लेना होगा तो आपको दूध की दुकान पे जाना होगा ना, और
हम्म,
गोश्त लेना होगा तो गोश्त की दुकान पे जाना होगा।
नहीं, मेरे कहने का
क्योंकि
मतलब है
यहाँ पर
आपको।
हम इस्माइली तरीके की
जी
3 टाइम की दुआ सिखाते हैं,
जी
तो
जी।
हमने आपको इस्माइली तरीके की 3 टाइम के लिए कहाँ पर फरमान है, कहाँ पर
हम्म,
कुरान का रेफरेंस है, वो हमने आपको बताया। क्योंकि
हम्म,
यहाँ पर हम इस्माइली तरीका सिखा रहे हैं। अगर आपको नमाज के बारे में कुछ सीखना है, तो आपको वहां जाना पड़ेगा जहां पर नमाज के बारे में वो सिखाते हैं। यानी कि आपको दूध की दुकान में जाना पड़ेगा दूध लेने के लिए, गोश्त की दुकान में जाना पड़ेगा गोश्त लेने के लिए। जी।
हम्म। हाँ, सॉरी यार, मुझे मुझे नहीं जानना था कि कुरान शरीफ में कहाँ लिखेला है कि 5 टाइम की नमाज पढ़ना चाहिए, इसलिए मैं आपको पूछा था।
नहीं तो मैं वापस दोबारा से आपको समझा रहा हूँ कि आप
हाँ,
गलत दुकान पे खड़े हुए हैं। हम
ओके।
यहाँ पर इस्माइली तरीका सिखा रहे हैं,
हम्म,
सुन्नी तरीका नहीं सिखा रहे हैं। तो
हाँ
अगर आपको सुन्नी तरीका सीखने का शौक है, तो आपको
जी।
सुन्नी तरीके के अंदर जाना होगा। क्योंकि
हम्म,
यहाँ पर हम इस्माइली मजहब की तालीम दे रहे हैं,
ओके।
तो हमको इस्माइली मजहब के ऊपर, चूंकि मैं इस्माइली हूँ तो मैं खाली इस्माइली मजहब सिखाता हूँ।
नहीं, तो सिर्फ मैं
आपको किसी
नॉलेज के लिए
सुन्नी के
पूछा
पास जाना पड़ेगा जो सुन्नी आपको
था।
मजहब सिखाए।
ओके, ठीक
ठीक
है,
है।
थैंक यू।
जी। जी। जी।
All right, sir, we
कमेंट
have
साहब।
a question in the chat. All right, so parents asking, so the misconception that is in the Jamaat, how do we get this point across as the students are just learning translation as they are told by their teachers? So are they not following Faman? What do we do to help this message get across?
Very good question, and within the line of today's subject. Ask them, do you know the meaning of the dua? And wait until they tell you that they know the translation of the dua. Have this dua book in your hand and show them this farman. And sometime you have to do reverse psychology. That Imam says the meaning and the understanding of the dua. Doesn't Imam know the difference between translation and the meaning? Imam must know the difference between translation and the meaning, and Imam has used the word meaning. So, should we not know the meaning of it? Number one. Number two, show them the second Farman in the front of the dua book, where Imam says, do not recite the dua unless you know the meaning of the dua. Third, show them that if you do not know the fundamental, which is the understanding of the meaning of the dua, then we will be lost. Why do you think Jamaat is lost today? Jamaat is lost today because we did not learn the meaning of the dua. If we had listened to this Farman 50 years ago, it is our generation, our children that are lost. Our parents were not lost because we either did not listen to it or we refuse to listen. And even you will find those who are refusing to listen to Jamaat. So show them why our Jamaat is lost. Is due to this Farman that we did not listen. And that's how you, one at a time, one at a time. Teach them, show them the Farman. It is not you who want them to learn, it is Mola Bapa who wants them to learn. Ji.
Yali Madat,
Ya Ali Madad.
I want to know from where are the meanings of dua written? Because in dua book I'm looking at it, it says translation in the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most. From where can we get the meaning of dua?
First, you will learn on this channel. Then, if you would like me to share the written form of the meaning of the dua, I will be more than happy to share that. So, first learn and then read. Because if I share just the written meaning of the dua, I know exactly what you're going to do. You're going to read that and you're going to memorize that by heart. I don't want you to do that. I want you to understand the meaning of the dua. ગુજરાતી તમે સમજો છો ને
Ah,
રટવાનું નથી રટવાનું નથી સમજવાનું છે
પણ
એના માટે
ક્યાંથી
હું તમને
મળે
લખીને
ક્યાં
આપીશ હું તમને લખીને આપીશ તો તમે રટી લેશો એના માટે જ એ લોકોએ તમારા સાથે શેર નથી કર્યું એને ખબર છે તમને આપશે ને તો તમે એને રટવાના રટવાનું નથી સમજવાનું છે સાંભળવાનું છે
હવે
સાહેબ
તમારા પાસેથી તમને સાંભળી શકે પણ આટલા બધા આપના ઇસ્માઇલી છે એ લોકો ક્યાંથી સાંભળે બધા તમને તમારા ચેનલમાં નથી તો બીજાને અમારા બચ્ચા બધા કેમ સમજે
ઈઝી
મીનિંગ
ઈઝી ઈઝી તમે શેર કરો ને એના સાથે તમે શેર શું કામ નથી
બધા
કરતા
બધા નથી તમારો લેક્ચર સાંભળતા ઘણા
તો
નથી
કરો
સાંભળતા
શેર કરો ને અગર હું રાઇટિંગમાં આપીશ તો તમે કેમ મોકલાવશો એને મને કયો તમે કેમ મોકલાવશો એને સી અગર હું તમને લખીને આપીશ તો તમે શેર કરશો ને તો
વિડીયો
આ પણ
મોકલાવો તો
શેર
અમે
કરો
સાંભળીએ વિડીયો મોકલાવો તમે સાંભળીએ મીનિંગ
yeah so why don't you share my job is to give to you your job is to give to others inshallah I'm doing my job I would encourage you to do your part because if you can just teach one other than yourself I would say you have done your job only one other imam is made you dai imam said you are my dai representative you can do it I trust in you you can do it inshallah ji
Yeah, Limadat.
yali madad
Uh, just a comment or a thought that crossed my mind. Uh, I have, I'm absolutely, I'm absolutely convinced, and I was aware of this, the purpose of dua and knowing the meaning. And today you emphasized it very clearly. However, a thought crossed my mind. Historically, dua, it was in the subcontinent, it was in Gujarati. Then after Sultan Muhammad Shah commissioned and then created the Arabic. So I got a feeling that most of us don't even speak our own mother tongue. I'm Gujarati. My great grandfather from India. Uh, we can't even speak our own mother tongue, and English has become our norm right now. So, do you think ever that our dua? I know there must be reasons why Mola did the dua in Arabic. the, but being Arabic, it compounds the issue of understanding because first you don't understand the language, and then second, on top of it, you have to know the meaning of it. So it's not double difficulty. I'm just wondering, do you ever think we'll ever have a dua in English, or it will be in Arabic forever? Just so that
um
that
yeah
makes easier for the future generation because English will be the main language uh, to that people will be usually using it mostly, so it'll be easier to understand the meaning. Now, I know is the level of understanding is a different level than just speaking. So I'm not disputing the fact that we have to know the meaning, whether in Arabic, Gujarati, or English. But in English, it will be a little easier for us and for the future generation. Well, just your thoughts on that.
I think we are looking for a shortcut and we should not. That's my number one answer. We should not. Number two, the meaning of the dua, the understanding of dua can be understood in our mother tongue regardless of its Gujarati, Kutchi, Sindhi, English, French, Spanish. Because tomorrow someone can come from China or from Persia or from Russia and they will demand to have a dua in their own language. The dua is in proper and correct language, and that is the language of the Islam. And our tariqah is the tariqah within the Islam. So dua is in perfect language today. At the time when we were not literate or our understanding was not so great, Imam with his blessing had given us dua to the Indo-Pak Jamaat in Gujarati or in Sindhi. You know, there were two duas, Gujarati and Sindhi. And for the Persian or Arabic speaking Jamaat, there was another dua in Arabic. Then, as the global Jamaat came closer and closer and shorter, we had to have one single language, and that one common language, every Ismaili is Arabic, meaning that is the perfect language to have dua. Meaning of the dua can be learned and understood in any language you want. Any language you want. Nachis have given the understanding of the dua, the meaning of the dua in Urdu and English both already years ago. Years ago. Today is not the first time. This was only done because our friend had requested again to go through this one more time. But otherwise, English and Urdu, both languages, the dua meaning and understanding has been given. If our children do not speak English, what about those children who lives in Portugal and only speaks Spanish? Or our Ismaili brother and sister who lives in Tajikistan or Russia or Syria, and if they do not speak English, what are we going to do for them? You see, Imam is wise and he has given us a common language, and then the understanding can be taught and given in your preferred language. So that would be my humble opinion, Garib and Nachi's opinion to your comment.
Thank you. So what I'm taking away from you is that the meanings have been available. Can you help me? I know you are going to go through your sessions, the meanings. Inshallah, we'll follow and work with you going forward. But right now, is there a source or a resource where I can get that book, where I can also read it out at my time whenever I have time to go through it? Could you give us those references, please,
I
if you
do
don't mind?
not want you to read that. I do not want you to read that. And let me tell you why. I want you to hear this. If you would like to hear the audio or the video version of the dua meaning, Kamriya Sahib will share with you. The reason I do not want you to read, because if you read, you will come up with your own meaning of this dua. I do not want you to do that. I want you to hear Nachi's out, so you understand there is a one meaning, there is a two meaning, there is a three meaning, there is a four meaning, five, six, and seven meaning, and you will not find that in written form. You will lose because you would not have seven meanings. So, if you wanted to do yourself a favor, I would say invest your time and hear me out. Or ask Kamara Sahib to share with you Urdu or English version of the dua meaning which has been recorded in the past. Ji.
Thank you. Thank you. We'll follow, and hopefully we'll stay with you. You know how many sessions you're going to end up into? Like 7, 8, 10, 15, 20,
About 18 or 20.
18. So it'll be 18, 20 Sundays.
Correct.
Thank you. Thank you. And we are looking forward to working with you, and hopefully we'll go through this journey together.
Inshallah.
And
Thank you so
meanwhile, if
much.
Kamra Sahib can also say, put that link where we can get the document. But I understand we will work with you together, hopefully, to get the
Inshallah.
proper understanding. Thank you.
Inshallah. Ya Ali Madad.
Yeah, Alhamdulillah.
Right, so we have one question. I believe we answered it, but I'm gonna say this question. So we have done nafarmani regarding understanding the meaning of the dua, and we did not teach the meaning to our kids. Now, how can we bring them back to our path?
जहां से उठे वहां से सुबह. If you understand today, and now you have the Farman in front of you, starting today, we will not do what we have been doing. And we will also give this to our family, our brother, sister, our Jamaat, and our children. That's how you fulfill your obligation toward the Farman of the Imam. Ji.
Okay, so don't have any questions in the chat. And friends, I will share the dua meaning recording in the WhatsApp group. All right, so friends asking, do you think that Tariqa board should consider teaching Arabic?
Again, the wrong place to ask a wrong question. That's a question for Tariqa board.
Sorry, dua meanings are online. You can check it on WhatsApp. If you say Ismaili dua, you get the dua and the meaning. I don't know how. If you can speak English, you should be able to read that. It's not a big complication. As an adult, as a child, you learn dua, you learn the meaning. All the kids know dua and meaning, unless you're in a country where you don't speak the language and you're just saying dua and you don't understand it. So open up your WhatsApp or information Google, find Ismaili dua, Ismaili meaning. Every evening dua and tasbih. Every evening dua, tasbih and meaning. Everything is there. Thank you.
So my prediction was correct. Thank you, Izzat Bhai, for making my prediction come true. As I said at the very beginning, one of you will argue with me that knowing the translation of the dua is the meaning of the dua. Thank you for making my prediction come true. Thank you so much. G.
All right, so we have a question in the chat. We could ask a question that Smileys used to pray 5 times in the time of Hazrat Ali. and later Imam. So what could be the Quran reference when we prayed 5 times compared to 3 times now?
That is the correct question. You will find in the Quran at the level of Shariat as under the Farman of the Imam Zaman, we prayed 5 time namaz as we were in the time of Shariat. When we came in the time of Tariqat, that part was changed to 3 time dua according to the Farman and according to the ayat of the Quran. As we are no longer in time of Shariat, we are in time of Hakikat. That 3 time dua which was imposed in the time of Tariqat by the Farman of the Imam, now we must learn the dua and its meaning, not translation, according to the Farman of the Imam, and that is the Hakikat of our dua and its understanding. That was a good question. G.
I would say that instead of saying the meaning of the dua, I would say the philosophy of the dua sounds much better.
Thank you for your comment.
Alright, so it looks like there are no questions. Chat.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Inshallah, may Mola's blessing be on you. May Mola's Farman take part in your heart. May Mola speak to you from within you so we can understand his Farman and we may follow his Farman and we learn what Imam is asking us to learn, not what we think we should learn. We should learn
Amen.
what Imam is asking us to learn. May Mola be with you. Yali Madad, Yali Madad,
Mulali
Yeah,
Madad.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Yeah,
you so
Limdad,
much.
yeah, Limdad.
Mola limadad, shukran dalillah.
Yali
Thank you.
Madad,
Thank you, Mr. Ali Limdad.
Yali
Yeah, you
Madad,
must
Yali
Yani
Madad, Yali
madad.
Madad, Yali Madad,